Being joined on Radio on the Go Sports by Iowa Falls-Alden softball coach Emily Banken. Back and forth game. You pick it up in the third inning, but it's a 10-6 win over Hampton-Dumont-CAL. What's your take on how your team was able to, come out and get this win on a hot afternoon here in Hampton?
Yeah, so that's something that we've really tried to focus on this year is the mental toughness, and I think if you go back through a lot of our games, you can see that the girls have really improved on that. We kind of tend to fall behind early or in the middle of the game, but they haven't given up and they always push and fight back and find ways to score runs, and that's exactly what happened today, so I'm really proud.
Yeah, especially in the seventh inning there. You gave up the grand slam in the sixth inning, and then Erica Baker, Addison Vanderloop, Montana Teese, all three of those come up with huge clutch hits there in the seventh inning. How would you describe that seventh for you guys?
Well, we know that the girls can hit. It's just sometimes we struggle stringing them together like that, and so that's something that we've been really pushing, especially after a tough loss last night. We left 12 girls on, and so we just really emphasize that we can't be doing that, and we have to find ways to move them around and get them in. And so I think that they really just kind of gritted their teeth and found a way to do it, and it was great.
Got a chance to talk to Sydney Phipps here a moment ago, one of the seniors on this team. Obviously, she and Veda Campbell, the pitcher-catcher relationship, being two seniors. How would you describe those two and their leadership here on this team? Because obviously, those two positions are pretty crucial leadership roles.
Yeah, so those two have played a lot of softball and a lot of softball together, and so their relationship is great. They kind of understand each other as the battery there. But really, we have 6 seniors who have all been great leaders and great additions to the team. They all look out for the underclassmen and they help them learn. It's going to be really tough to replace all of them next year. But Sid's really special. She's just kind of a workhorse. She gets on the mound and she's going to do her best all the time, and she puts in work in the off season too. She's not as vocal as some of the other girls tend to be, but she's a leader nonetheless. She's great.
And to get this win over Hampton-Dumont-CAL after they got you guys on your home field, I have to imagine that was a big point for you guys, right?
Yeah, it's always nice to be, our neighbors to the north. They're pretty close, so there's a rivalry there, and we always know that they're going to hit the ball hard like they did today, and so it's just fun to compete against them, and I think our girls did a great job.
How can this team use these next few days? Obviously, you got that game against Forest City to close the regular season, and then some crucial practice time before that postseason opener. What are you hoping the team is able to accomplish here over the next few days?
Well, I'm hoping that they get some good rest this weekend with an extra day off, and then we'll come back Monday just so we don't go a whole week without games. But it'll be great too to get some practice time in to go over some of the little things that we seem to struggle with and get some extra reps like hitting, get some extra reps in the field. I'm just hoping that we can kind of clean things up and really just get into a rhythm hitting the ball for the next week.
And getting ready for that postseason game against Benton. It's obviously one of the better programs, in Class 3A in the state of Iowa. What do you think are going to be the biggest, X factors for this team going into that game?
Really, I think a team that plays clean defense and hits the ball wins almost all the time. So if we're able to do that, that'll help us out. But just being confident and not going in there having ourselves already beat. We've kind of done that in years past because we get some tough draws for the first round. But I think the girls, think that they can do it, think that they can at least compete, and stranger things have happened. So we'll see how it goes.
You bet. That's Iowa Falls-Alden softball coach Emily Banken. Thanks for the time here today.
Thanks.